Glitter's Dreadlands Journey, Chapter 25. Hildy's soul was returned to her, and Matthias spent the whole night by her side. I used this time to ask Askaros a bit more about the dragons. The last time they appeared was around 5 to 6 months ago, but it was only the silver, bronze and gold one, and they only appeared in their dragon form. Right before I went to sleep, I helped Talas with sending Glitch a nightmare. The next morning, Hildy looked sort of alright, so we went back to the cave. Again, the walk took us 2 days, and during the first one, I got a magic message from one of his minions to come to Kabbalah in the next 2 months. I refused, but they kept bothering me and said my mother would be there. Is that supposed to convince me? How am I supposed to know whether she's his victim or his accomplice? During the night, Talas did some magic talking with Glitch, and she finally told them her name, Adiprima. And the other, the perfect one, is in Bar. There's supposed to be another sister, but even Glitch had no information about her. Oh, and she also said that Traveler's Delight belonged to him. Like, what the fuck? Was he stalking me the whole time? I really don't want to go back there. Really don't. But those assholes threatened my friends. Do I even have friends? But I think I care about them. Well, in short, I have to go. When we arrived to the mining area in the mountains, all the undead yeti's were gone, only tracks and broken stuff was left there. And the entire mountain was covered in a weird stormy cloud. In the tunnels, we found Shaska and took her outside to wait for us out of harm's way. In the tunnels under the ritual chamber where we fought the last time, we found a sort of cocoon very similar to the fake cradle we saw some time ago. There were holes in the ceiling, and the weird creature was floating at the peak of the mountain. It was still connected to the cocoon though. We climbed up and attacked it. But this creature could manipulate its surroundings, and all over its body it had like 8 eyes, which were awful and did some magic. Hildy and Jack almost died, and I had to use one of the scrolls, but in the end, Hildy slashed it to pieces. As the creature died, its body changed into lots and lots of translucent souls, which dissipated into the air. Matthias tried to find anything useful for his alchemy, but even the cradle was way too weird. We left the mountains and took Shaska to the Baisamo Path village. On the way, I found out the spear containing Parlong's soul was a glass again, and I heard his voice. So I asked if he knew anything about Calypso. I know we just killed it, but did we really? Sadly, he didn't know anything. So I asked about the weird creature that controlled the dwarves in the Underdark, Azir. And I was surprised cause he actually knew about him. It was a guy who contacted the Fang Emperor with a plan to turn the Ember Queen into a Dracolich. Wait a moment, she was a dragon? Yep, and also a daughter of Tiamat. There was some combat involved, but Parlong and his allies lost. And Azir had very powerful magic abilities and was big and hairy and had reversed palms. I told the others, and Hildy said it looked like the Rakshasa fiend. Those are very vengeful creatures, and if they die, they will be reborn in hell and come back to hunt down the one who killed them. So was Jack or some of his past lives involved in killing this guy? Not that I would like to find out. I asked Talas to contact Stella and request some potions against fear. Those will be needed when we go to Kabbalah. When we got to the village, we decided to go to the giants next morning to pay our debt to Askaros.